This is Living Power with Dan Hurst.
Now, in our study today, we're in John chapter 6, starting with verse 22, and we're looking at something that has happened after the feeding of the 5,000 men, which was actually 15 to 18,000 people. 5,000 men plus women and children. And there were actually two incidences that we know of in the Bible where there was a feeding of a large group of people. And so you read these two different accounts, don't get confused because one of them talks about 7 loaves of bread and one talks about 5. There were two completely different incidents. And as a matter of fact, Jesus refers to both different times at another point. We'll take a look at that at another time. But after this feeding of the 5,000 with the loaves and the 2 fish, Jesus sends the disciples on across the lake, as we saw last Sunday, and there was this big giant storm. And in that storm, they almost lost their lives, but Jesus came walking to them on the water, scared the fool out of them. But at that point, ministered to them. There was that incident where Peter went out walking on the water and lost his faith, essentially lost his focus, and Jesus rescued him. They got into the boat, that calmed the sea. Now, all of that has happened. This is all within a 24-hour period. Now they are at the other side of the lake. This is the next day that we're studying today. This is what happened. So the day before was the feeding of the 5,000 men, 15 to 18,000 people. That night was the big giant storm. Now the next, we can presume morning, it may have been noon, we don't know. But anyway, the next day, this is what we're seeing happen.
On behalf of Dan Hurst and the Open Class, we want to thank you for watching. We hope it was a blessing.